The world isn't just loud, it's hollow. Faith has been replaced by filters. Conviction traded for convenience. Everyone's screaming for meaning while kneeling at the altar of attention. In this spiritual wasteland, the Sigma male doesn't blend in, he emerges. Not as a prophet, not as a saint, but as a weapon. He is not here to preach. He is here to exist uncompromised, untouched, and unreadable. And in a world that runs on pretense, a man who doesn't perform becomes a threat to the entire system. He is the stillness that unsettles the crowd, the clarity that kills delusion. He does not kneel, bow, or beg. Where others shout about beliefs they don't embody, the Sigma lives a code he never explains. This is not about religion. This is not about philosophy. This is about what happens when a man becomes spiritually unfuckwithable in a world that worships chaos. He doesn't need to believe. He is belief walking in silence. 1. He's not searching for meaning. He replaced it. In a world begging for validation, people search for meaning like addicts. They hop from ideology to ideology, from guru to glitchy podcast, hoping something will fill the God-shaped hole in their soul. But the Sigma male doesn't search. He replaced meaning with discipline, with code, with silence. He doesn't chase purpose. He becomes it. And that terrifies people because it means they can't sell him hope. He's not buying it. He already owns something deeper, something unshakable. Where most run from the void, he drinks from it and walks away stronger. While they search for a sign, I became the direction. 2. He doesn't pray, he executes. Modern belief systems are built on delay. Wait for salvation. Wait for the perfect moment. Wait for someone to fix you. The Sigma male rejects all of that. He doesn't kneel, he acts. He doesn't plead, he plans. Where others stall behind divine timing, he becomes the moment. Because he understands one thing: no savior is coming, no cosmic help desk, no spiritual lifeline. If God shows up, he better be ready to keep up. Because the Sigma doesn't worship strength, he builds it. They waited for a miracle. I became the interruption. 3. He wields stillness like a blade. The Sigma's power isn't in noise, flex, or presence, it's in stillness. A spiritual kind of silence. Not passive, not soft, surgical. His stillness is a rejection of chaos, a rejection of distraction. In a godless world addicted to movement, his refusal to flinch becomes divine. This stillness is not absence, it's full presence. So grounded that nothing can shake it. He doesn't react because he doesn't have to. The storm may rage outside, but within, he's untouched. He isn't still because he's weak. He's still because he's already done the work most fear to begin. People talk about alignment. He lives it. While they're manifesting, visualizing, and scripting, he's still, and in that stillness, things break, because nothing can hide there. His presence acts like a spiritual scalpel, cutting away distraction, pretense, and ego. The more chaotic the room, the more dangerous his presence becomes. Because stillness in the Sigma isn't a lack of movement, it's the death of illusion. Stillness isn't peace, it's spiritual precision. 4. He doesn't follow energy. He alters it. Everyone is chasing vibes, energy alignment, aura cleansing, trendy spiritualism wrapped in filters. They dress up confusion as consciousness and call it depth. But the Sigma doesn't ride energy, he imposes it. When he enters, the temperature changes, not from performance, but because of his sheer internal force, controlled, sharpened, and silent. He doesn't adapt to the mood of the room, he redefines it. He doesn't absorb atmospheres, he overwrites them. The extroverts shrink, the fake freeze, the mask wearers forget their lines. That's not charisma, that's spiritual sovereignty. It isn't loud, it's undeniable. His energy doesn't beg to be noticed, it demands recalibration of everything around it. And he doesn't ask for it, he demands nothing. But when you're spiritually unshakable, the world rearranges itself around your silence. That's not ego, that's law. Not because he plays God, but because he made peace with never needing one. He didn't read the room, he made it rewrite itself. 5. He doesn't believe in good or evil, only in alignment or corruption. Morality has become a meme. Good is what trends. Evil is what's inconvenient. Integrity is whatever looks good under a filter. The world doesn't care about truth anymore, it cares about optics. But the Sigma doesn't follow man-made morality. He follows alignment, internal order, personal law. His compass isn't bought, borrowed, or crowd-approved. It was carved in solitude and sharpened by isolation. He doesn't call himself good. He doesn't pretend to be right. He simply moves according to a pattern he never needs to explain. That scares people, because you can't guilt a man who doesn't respond to collective pressure. You can't shame a man who doesn't fear exile. He doesn't obey law, he embodies it. In a world addicted to moral theatrics, he becomes a walking contradiction. A man who doesn't need your approval because he already owns his judgment. I don't do good, I do aligned. I don't do good, I do aligned. 6. He doesn't forgive, he forgets you exist. Forgiveness in modern culture is transactional. Say the right words, perform the right guilt, and you're absolved. But the Sigma doesn't play that game. He doesn't punish, he doesn't forgive. He erases, spiritually and psychologically. Once you cross his line, you don't get closure. You get silence, total removal. Your name is gone. Your presence deleted. And it's not out of hate, it's because his energy is too clean to carry your pollution. I don't seek peace with ghosts, I vanish graveyards. 7. He's not humble. He's untouchable. They call humility a virtue, but most of what passes for humility today is just fear with a polite tone. The Sigma male is not interested in appearing small so others feel big. He doesn't dim himself to be digestible. His untouchability is not arrogance. It's spiritual insulation. You don't get to access him just because you're curious. You don't get to decode him just because he's silent. He's not here to be understood. He's here to remain unbroken. And that makes him sacred in a way the world has forgotten how to handle. They called it arrogance. It was actually insulation. 8. He doesn't need to be seen. He watches. The modern man wants to be seen, heard, tagged, followed. The Sigma male wants none of that. He is not building an audience. He is studying the battlefield. While others perform their beliefs, he observes their contradictions. And he never comments. You don't even know he's watching until the moment you unravel. He was never invisible, you just weren't paying attention. Because he doesn't exist to be known. He exists to see. And in that quiet, he learns everything. While they performed presence, I collected truth. 9. He doesn't inspire. He disorients. People look for leaders who make them feel good. Motivational dopamine hits. The Sigma male does the opposite. His presence doesn't make people feel empowered. It makes them feel exposed, unsettled, rattled. He doesn't aim to uplift. He's not your guide. He's the earthquake before your awakening. His silence is not peace, it's tension. His gaze isn't admiration, it's a scan. And when he speaks, it doesn't soothe. It severs. Because some spirits don't come to build, they come to burn illusions to ash. He didn't inspire me. He ruined what I pretended to be. 10. He doesn't ascend. He vanishes from the system entirely. Everyone talks about ascending, leveling up, vibrations, but they're still chasing the next level within the game. They want enlightenment without exile. They want transcendence without letting go. But the Sigma male doesn't ascend within systems. He disappears from them, quietly, cleanly, with finality. He doesn't perform his evolution, he withdraws, not to retreat, but to dissolve attachment. He doesn't become more spiritual. He becomes less visible, less reactive, less available, until the world doesn't know how to touch him anymore. And in that disappearance, he becomes untouchable, not because he rose above, but because he went so deep inside himself that no one could follow. He doesn't ring bells, burn sage, or post his piece. He removes his name from the board. He is not the upgraded player. He's the man who logged off the game and left the arena empty. He didn't rise, he went inward until the world couldn't reach. On a final note, the Sigma male isn't holy. He's not righteous. He's not enlightened in the Instagram sense of the word. He's just clean. From noise, from need, from the illusions everyone else worships. In a godless world, he is not your answer. He is your interruption. He walks alone, not because he's broken, but because no one walks where he walks. He's not fighting the darkness. He is the silence it can't enter. They called him dangerous, but really he was just free.